of the Council's provisions
for their actions. The lack of concern. I am particularly concerned about the situation in Syria, including the use of sieges as a method of warfare and its tremendous impact on the civilian population. At least 240,000 Syrians, including women and children, remain trapped and struggle to survive. Both the Syrian government and anti-government groups are failing to fulfill their obligations under international law.
Austria, Belgium, Botswana, Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Croatia, Cuba.
I regret to inform the Council that despite the extensive human rights and humanitarian law which has been put in place and the widespread availability of social media, which is now used to track atrocities against civilians, civilians continue to be killed, injured and maimed in conflict by targeted or indiscriminate attacks on a regular basis. They are arbitrarily detained, tortured, raped or forcibly recruited. They are displaced to an uncertain fate, often with no or only limited access to basic necessities.
Israel, Italy, Japan, Kazakhstan, Kuwait, Liechtenstein.
In many respects, we seem to be going backwards as international exhortations, including from this Council, go unheeded. In Syria, civilians have been subjected to brutal violence for almost 3 years, and there appears to be no end in sight. We all hope that the current talks in Geneva will deliver a positive result.
New Zealand, Pakistan, Slovakia, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Sudan, Sweden.
While our troops may need to stand against rogue government elements to protect civilians, peacekeeping ultimately is viable only with the consent of the host government. The protection of civilians by UN peacekeepers should therefore never be confused with non-consensual intervention under Pillar 3 of the Responsibility to Protect framework. With the increasing complexity of the situation in the field, peacekeepers are vital actors to improve the protection of civilians in armed conflict, and they play a central role in the Secretary General's Rights Up Front framework.